with us right now, and we're thrilled to have him. With us is a maniac, always in my lifetime on interviewing, and I'll ask Tanya the same thing. Didn't you always want to interview a maniac? Well, now's our opportunity, Tanya, and he's an environmental maniac. Chris Lawton with us, and we're thrilled to have him.
You should feel very comfortable. You have one of your kind sitting here with us.
But you know what? And we'll have Chris probably steal some of Chris's thunder, but
yeah.
You got to have passion. You got to be a maniac, no matter what it is, don't you? Kind of, sort of.
Nothing happens until someone gets excited. If you hold the excitement long enough, you get momentum.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, Chris, you say.
Yes.
You say that the Earth is we are well within the Earth's standard deviation.
Absolutely.
You'll get some argument from that from a lot of people, I'm sure.
Okay.
But you know, don't you think, even though we are, and if you are correct, but the way we live today and our way of life is adding to that deviation. Yes, it's all cyclic, it's all cycles, it all happens, but we are increasing the dangers with the way we live today.
I don't think man has enough significance on the planet to really do too much.
Really?
But in the same stroke, I'm incredibly excited about the progress we're making in alternative energies, you know, saving energy.
Right, we're doing that.
Doing all that stuff. Quick example, when I came up, I had a choice of driving my pickup truck, which would have been $50 worth of gas, or renting an economy car, which is $15 worth of gas and $35 for the rental. So it's the same $50, but I chose to give the difference to the car companies instead of the gas companies, because that's what I do.
Chris, aren't there a lot of little things that can make a magnificent difference in the way we live?
The biggest compact fluorescent lights are probably, that's why Environmental Maniac got turned on. They are absolutely a no-brainer. They save so much energy that if you're not using them, it's just because you don't know about them. On the
Those are the squirrelies.
The squirrelies.
Yeah.
But on the same breath, they contain 70 times more mercury than a serving of fresh tuna. And no, you're not going to eat the light bulb, but 30% of that mercury is atomized. So my concern, and the reason I turned on Maniac, is that if you break one of those, what do you do? And if you go to EPA/CFL, Compact Florescent Lights, CFL cleanup, what they'll say is, open a window, leave the room for 15 minutes. Do not vacuum it up. Do not sweep it up. Do not touch it with your bare hands. Wipe it up with a wet paper towel. Put that in a sealed plastic bag. Put that in a second sealed plastic bag and dispose of properly. And somehow we got a few hundred million out there without putting the warning out there. And I'm not worried about us. The body mass and the amount of mercury is not even a factor.
Yeah.
My only concern is pregnant women. I know that I have two boys. Number one's Air Force. Number two's Marine Corps. But I know that when my wife was pregnant with number two, if she dropped one, she'd probably get the dustbuster out.
Yeah.
She's got a toddler in tow, she's pregnant, she'll get down there and get it. And the challenge is the mercury goes right past the placenta where it amplifies in the fetus.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to take that risk.
Yeah, they also said, I know when we were growing up, fluorescent bulbs, when they said, you know, that was some kind of poisonous gas.
When it brought,
atomized mercury.
I remember that.
The same thing?
Yeah, same thing. The big bulbs have 10 milligrams, and the little bulbs have 5 milligrams.
Yeah.
And somehow we just forgot to tell people about it. So I turned on Environmental Maniac so that I can get the word out there, because I want to save one child's life, divert a few tons of mercury from the landfills, because they're easy to recycle. All you do is put an empty bag next to where you keep your light bulbs.
How did you turn into a maniac?
No, I got labeled a maniac. It wasn't my fault. I'm a victim.
But where did the passion come from?
I think the passion has always been there. It's my greatest asset is that I'm functionally dyslexic. I can assimilate information from incredibly diverse points of view and recombine it into a new whole. My greatest detriment is that I'm functionally dyslexic. Now I got to explain it to people that are linear. So,
some of your background, what qualifies you for a maniac?
No, I got labeled maniac.
Well, okay.
1993, 1994, I created the best multifamily recycling program in the state of California. It was a business decision. I was the maintenance man for 241 condominiums. It made good business sense that if I diverted half the garbage through recycling, I'd cut the garbage bill in half. That was a $25,000 a year savings. Get her done.
Wow.
A side effect is that complex has now recycled enough newspaper and cardboard to save 50,000 trees. That turns into 1,000 years worth of carbon offset credits if I were to buy them from Al Gore at 4 trees per month.
Now that was from one person.
That's me putting together the program to make it work.
Exactly.
Correct. So the amount of passion it took to implement that.
Energy.
I fought City Hall. I got a lot of passion involved.
Yeah.
And so a waste management spokeswoman labeled me the recycling maniac because she had it with me in the newspaper. And so it was really easy for me to slide from recycling maniac to environmental maniac. And that's why compact fluorescent lights just jumped out at me.
But you mentioned earlier, and it's a good point, you've got it all locked up here, and it's hard to educate one person at a time throughout these United States with a lot of facts and a lot of measures that we should be taking.
And a big challenge is that I'm a guy. I don't read instructions. I don't read instructions.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Show me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, my campaign is to show the rest of them it's easy.
Yeah.
When I moved from Northern California to Arizona, I packed a burned out compact fluorescent light, because that's what you do. You put them in the bag next to the new ones. When it's time to move, I got a burned out one. I just put it in the box with the new ones. When I got here, I unpacked it next to it. And that's where I keep the burned out compact fluorescent lights and the batteries. What do you do with your burned out batteries?
Throw them away.
You put them in the bag next to the compact fluorescent lights.
Oh, no, I throw them away.
Uh-huh.
See?
That's all right.
You just got two. You're working with two non-conforming folks here. We need some help, Tanya.
Chris will be with us when we come back. Environmental Maniac.